Sewanee, man, I have loved this place for years. I first fell in love with Sewanee when I visited campus for a soccer camp the summer before my freshman year of high school. But my history with Sewanee actually goes a lot further back since my grandfather met my grandmother here. So I kind of owe my entire existence to Sewanee, which is pretty nuts. But Sewanee's the only college that I ever wanted to attend. So when I put my tuition deposit down, it felt like I was coming home rather than taking a chance on college. I also had a pretty clear idea of what my Sewanee experience would consist of. Study hard, play soccer, join a fraternity, and have a blast for 4 years. But all that got flipped on its head when my mom told me to apply for Bonner. I was surprised when I got Bonner. And even though I wasn't taking a chance on Sewanee, I certainly did on Bonner, and I thank God I did because my time as a Bonner has truly changed my life. I've always loved service. I've always felt called to service, especially because of my time spent at Sawyerville. Sawyerville is the first place where I really understood the joys of service and began to realize that I wanted to devote my life to serving others. Pretty surreal experience to have at 16. Sawyerville is a partnership between the Episcopal Diocese of Alabama and Hale County that provides residents of Hale County with free summer camp, summer literacy classes, a mentorship program for high school students, and college scholarships, all while striving to improve race relations in Alabama. Reflecting back, I realized that God called me to Sawyerville to open my heart to service and to prepare me for my time as a Bonner. It is a ministry that holds a special place in my heart and has been fundamental to my own personal formation. You see, when I got to Sewanee, most of my service experience outside of Sawyerville were just one-off volunteer opportunities. So aside from Sawyerville, I'd never really experienced the community that service can create and bring. I felt this craving for relationships in and through service, which Bonner gave me. I also hit the lottery with my first 2 sites as a freshman, college and career counseling at Richard Hardy Memorial High School, and serving with the Community Action Committee and its anti-hunger initiatives. I love these sites so much that I worked with them for all 4 years at Sewanee. The Bonner Canale community, Richard Hardy, and the CAC gave me the community I craved outside of Sawyerville. As I moved through my freshman year, my work with Bonner kept pushing me to grow. I also thought back to my initial expectations for Sewanee: school, soccer, and Greek life. There's nothing wrong with those things, but the only reason that I wanted to do them was for self-serving purposes. Well, Bonner made me think about that. It helped me realize that there are ways to incorporate service into those aspects of college life. I couldn't just do them to build my resume or have fun. I needed to find ways to serve others through these things and help build up a place that has given me so much. I needed to be a steward of Sewanee and its communities in everything that I did. Bonner pushed me to keep turning my service outward into Sewanee. So I asked myself, how can I incorporate my work with Bonner into every other aspect of my life? How can I incorporate service into schoolwork? Well, the Giselle Fellowship in Social Ethics and the Certificate in Civic and Global Leadership gave me the opportunity to use academia for service. I was able to research public education funding reforms, healthcare in prisons for the Tracy City Free Medical Clinic, write grants, and even award them. Okay, so what about athletics? I was able to join the Student Athlete Advisory Committee for 4 years and represent Sewanee Athletics on the Student Title IX Committee for 1 year. Okay, so what about Greek life? Well, I was able to serve as my fraternity's DEI chair for 2 years and on the Interfraternity Council for 1 year. Reflecting on all of this, I realized that Bonner has grounded my entire Sewanee experience. That's something that I took a chance on in a place that has always felt like home became the most important thing that I did at Sewanee. It is also the thing I've come to love the most about Sewanee. I gained the community I craved, some of my closest friends, and the realization that there are ways to intertwine service into every aspect of life. I gained the opportunity to serve within other aspects of campus life because of Bonner. I did these things because of my love for a place that has meant the world to me, my family, and countless others. I did it to give back to Sewanee. Now, as a senior on the verge of graduating, it's easy to look back and tough at times to look forward. I'm still in discernment with the Episcopal Diocese of Alabama, and I know that God is calling me into a life of service and challenging me to grow deeper in my faith and in my work. I will always be thankful for my time as a Bonner. It changed my life, grounded my time at Sewanee, and helped me crystallize my own calling to service. It's pretty wild to get all of that out of a gamble.